fit, formidable, and fantastic.
Hey everyone, it's Cory McCarthy and welcome to a new episode. So here I am again, coming back at Elliott Hulse for yet another one of his ignorant blog postings.
On December 8th, he released another blog post about vegans titled Lazy Vegan Peer Pressure.
It was only 5 episodes ago that I did my initial response to Elliott, but after reading his latest piece that was brought to my attention by my viewers, I felt another round was in order. And I will tackle this as I tackle all blog responses, section by section. So let's get it rolling. After a handful of opening sentences going on about organic foods and spiritual philosophies, we finally get to the first segment, begging for rebuttal,
where he elaborates about a friend of his who was a vegan who had suffered from impaired healing as well as other health concerns such as dull eyes, bad teeth, poor skin, and lost hair. Apparently the friend eventually conceded to Elliott's suggestions and returned to eating high-quality, humanely raised, and organic meat. Those are Elliott's descriptions, not mine.
Before I continue, take a moment to have a chuckle at those buzzwords. Vegans know their manipulative purposes all too well in helping people feel better about their choices to attempt to alleviate any potential sense of guilt. Now, back to it.
Within a few days of eating animals, this anonymous friend's nagging injuries healed, his sickliness cleared up, and he essentially rode off into the proverbial sunset with a full head of hair as the credits rolled.
Now, before I give my response, I want to set the mood with a little something Elliott didn't have to add to this tale, but he chose to.
He referred to vegans as uneducated, and then followed up with the, "I'm not against veganism."
Look, Elliott, please don't piss on my pants and tell me that it's raining. Don't insult us one moment and then cover your tracks the next. And uneducated? Really? First of all, thanks for the anecdotal story, but that is all that it was. Pure anecdote. Is that really all you got? We don't know how this friend of yours truly ate, or what else he was involved in, or taking, or any pre-existing issues, or hereditary concerns, etc. We simply do not have enough data to accurately conclude that a plant-based diet was the root cause of his health issues. To claim otherwise would demonstrate a severe misunderstanding of how the scientific process works in order to draw the most accurate and reliable conclusions. This is why anecdote is not an acceptable form of evidence to support an argument, at least not on its own.
Moreover, actual medical nutrition professionals from one of the oldest and leading nutrition organizations have made it clear appropriately planned vegan diets are healthful and nutritionally adequate and may provide health benefits in the prevention and treatment of certain diseases, even for athletes.
Nutrition experts, Elliott. Not fucking gurus. Not even other vegans with potential biases. Medical nutrition experts. A leading team of them. And you use anecdote, and I provided you with nutritional science. Yet apparently, I'm just another uneducated vegan, right? Let me further demonstrate why anecdote is not sufficient evidence. I will raise your anecdotal story of woe with 2 anecdotes of my own that support veganism.
Vegan IFBB pro Jahina Malik, I hope I'm pronouncing that properly, who has been vegan since birth.
Please take careful note how sickly, malnourished, and weak that she looks. This game of anecdote's fun, isn't it? Well, here's another.
Torrey Washington, a bodybuilder, vegan since 1998 and vegetarian since birth.
So why aren't they suffering the issues that your friend had? It's a legit question, Elliott. That's the inherent problem with relying on anecdote. We simply lack enough controlled data to make it relevant. Thus, it is a poor form of evidence. And any argument supported solely or primarily on the basis of anecdote is an argument built upon unstable ground. And it's just begging to fall faster than France in World War II. Moving along. After this, Elliott spends a bit of time ranting about vegan peer pressuring as well as evangelical vegans, which I've already touched on in my previous response. So while I won't bore you with a rehash from that video, which I'll just link in the description below, I do want to address one specific item that Elliott said here.
That peer pressure is a form of violence.
Now, I had a laugh at the hypocrisy of this sentiment, given the context of all of this. And people call vegans sensitive. Elliott clearly isn't making the connection that slaughter, forced impregnation, and chick grinding, just to give 3 common examples, are arguably forms of real violence. Unnecessary, nasty violence. Violence that we vegans fight on a daily basis to put an end to. Violence supported by each fucking purchase of animal products. And I just couldn't let that one go. Anyhow, we finally get to the last segment of his blog, which I will respond to in detail.
He ends with the suggestion not to jump into veganism blindly or lazily and to do your research.
I actually agree with this, but not just with regards to veganism and plant-based diet, but anything in life. For every sickly vegan, I can show you 2 sickly meat eaters. Anyone can fuck anything up. That isn't the fault of a plant-based diet.
He finishes with implying that the plant-based diet is too restrictive and that you need to understand concepts like food combining and critical supplementing.
First, the only restrictions are unnecessary animal body parts and secretions like meat, dairy, and eggs. Please refer back to the statement from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics that I had shared earlier, stating that you do not need these in your life for proper health. Literally, don't just take my word for it. Listen to the certified and decorated experts and their peer-reviewed published statement. Plant-based diets offer a myriad of wholesome foods, from nuts and seeds to grains to beans to veggies, fruits of all colors, hardly what I'd call restrictive. Furthermore, food combining is actually a myth. One that simply won't seem to go away, like the equally rampant bullshit about soy and male hormones that I've slammed in a previous video. All protein-containing vegan foods harbor every essential amino acid in varying amounts, so long as you eat enough overall protein for your body and your goals. You will get what you need. This is not to say that variety isn't beneficial, at least from a psychological perspective, but you don't need to combine beans and rice, for instance, to make a complete protein.
But again, don't take my word for it. Even the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has officially stated in a paper that was approved by peer review that there is no need to combine proteins.
And finally, supplements. Yes, vegans should consider supplementing B12, or eating a vitamin-fortified vegan food, or consuming nutritional yeast, or all of the above. Frankly, I think everyone should consider supplementing B12. You can't conceivably overdose since it's water-soluble.
And as of 2013, B12 deficiency affected 16% of the U.S. population alone, or approximately 48 million Americans.
So it isn't just a vegan phenomenon, it's a real population problem, especially in our modern Western civilizations where we don't inevitably eat raw foods still covered in dirt from the ground, nor do we drink dirty groundwater found in nature. Also bear in mind that farm animals are manually fortified with vitamins and minerals so that you are very likely supplementing and you don't even realize it. Besides, it isn't really that hard to take a cheap B12 supplement instead of taking a life. Let's just be real here. And I say this before you or one of your followers makes an appeal to nature fallacy. I can already feel them coming, like a bad wave of shit after corner store Chinese food. Anyway, all other supplementation should be embarked upon on an as-needed or as-wanted basis, vegan or not. And you should consult with a doctor first, as some supplements can be overdosed on with toxic consequences, like but not limited to iron. And that's really it. Once again, it was a short blog post, so my reply was likewise short. I asked my viewers to like and share this video to get it out there and see if we can stir Elliott's attention. Or at the very least, get the attention of his followers so that they can hear an argument from the other side instead of blindly lapping up any pile of shit that he drops from his ass as a fact. Also remember to subscribe to my channel as I release twice weekly, and that's how you can best keep on top of shit around here. Otherwise, this sick and malnourished and uneducated vegan is signing the fuck out. Take care.
And don't forget to sign up to my mailing list in the description of this video for a free PDF detailing the recipes for my 2 favorite vegan protein powder blends.